Hi, I'm Jessie Allender, registered dietitian, professional chef. Well, I was many years ago, and mom, home, off work for the most part, working full time at home, but also here with my kids during the COVID-19 lockdown 2020. It's mid-June, and tonight we're having some Greek food for dinner. We have in the pot, we have some egg lemon soup. You can catch the video. Hit subscribe so you know when I post a new video. We made some egg lemon soup. It's really rusted with chunks of chicken and chunks of carrot, but the thickening, which I was mostly saying sabayon, which is one way to call the egg mixture for thickening. The other one, as I was Googling around, please correct me when I get stuff wrong because I forget I remember the wrong words. Liaison is the other way to French term for thickening with eggs. So I'm sure somebody would correct me on that. Anyway, with our soup tonight for dinner, to make this a really healthy dinner, what we're having is a salad. Because if you have a lot of cucumber to eat and other things, so we're making what I've always known to be called a village salad. So here it is, and let's get to it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice my onion. What I like to do, this is a sweet onion. And one of the ways you can tell how sweet your onion is I like to buy the flattest onion, right? If they're really big and round, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the lowest profile onion that I can find. So obviously I used part of this earlier today, but I'm going to go ahead and slice the rest of it. I'm going to take off the root and the stem, and I'm going to peel back the skin. And then after I slice it, before I put it into my salad, it's a major component of the salad. Is I'm going to wash it. I'm going to wash it. So I'm going to put it here in my fine mesh strainer. I'm going to loosen up all of the leaves, layers. One time I was walking around Chicago with my cousin who was in town for business, and we were walking around downtown on Wacker Drive, and Wacker Drive is multi-layered, and she's like, "Wow, Chicago's just like an onion," which is really funny. And I laughed really hard. She's like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" It's like, because the word Chicago means onion in a native language. So here we are, got our onion, and I'm going to take it to the sink, and I'm going to rinse it with cold water to get some of the stronger flavors. Go ahead, buddy. You want some more? You want a snack? Go ahead. Part of teaching my kids young to like lots of different foods is I let them have snacks of raw vegetables whenever they want them. All right, I'm also going to rinse off my knife. And onion tends to permeate your cutting board, your cutting surface. It does come out eventually, but I'm just going to wipe that down. So I'm going to use this whole cucumber, and I'm going to want it quartered, so I'm not going to worry about peeling off the plastic until I get it cut a little bit. I love English cucumbers, seedless cucumbers. They're just so much easier to work with, and they can be pretty pricey, but you can keep the peel because the peels never get waxed. And I just think they're sweeter and tastier. I also like the little Persian ones. So when you're slicing a vegetable like this, it's important to get really organized about it and to put it, so I've just folded it where the curves match each other so that they'll stay nice and stable while I slice them. I also always curl my fingers back, and I'm going to chop this into a nice big chunk. If anybody's looking at this with a culinary eye, you'll see that my knives are relatively dull. You can tell by the way they slice the vegetables. Definitely something I'm looking forward to doing when not only the restrictions are eliminated on which they're coming up in Chicago. We're going to be mostly open on Wednesday is what I hear, and I hope everybody, when you're going back to the bars and the beaches, Yes, we have beaches in Chicago. We're layered like an onion. We've got everything. We don't have any downhill skiing, but everything else. Plenty of cross-country skiing and plenty of beaches. No real surf, but great beach. Anyway, when you're going back to the bars and the beaches, please stay safe. Please wear your mask. Please stay in your pod. Please keep us all healthy so that we can go back to school in the fall, because that's going to be hard enough as it is. And I'm desperately counting on going back to school full time so I can go back to work. Otherwise, I'm going to be hitting y'all up. You know it. All right, so here we go. Some radishes. I love radishes. You know, when my kids love radishes and I love radishes, but I think sometimes, I see them move in the store. I know people eat radishes, but you never hear about them. So if you're thinking about snacks for your kids, if they like carrots, put some radishes on the plate. It'll probably take 20 presentations if it's not something you've had in the house a lot or on the table a lot. It might be hard for them to acclimate to it. They are spicy, but spicy can be really good. These are washed already, but I'm looking at this dark spot and I'm like, is that dirt? Yeah, it's a little bit. That's all right. I'm not worried about that. There we go. Radish in there. I love this kind of just chunky vegetable salad. There's also bell pepper here, which I don't eat, so I'm going to put it on the side, and I'm also going to not dress it, just in case my kids want something not dressed. And they will not eat a whole pepper at one meal, so I'm only going to cut the portion that I think that they will eat, and I'm just going to cut this into some nice sticks. I wanted them to have it with the salad because I think that it's an appropriate flavor combination, but I don't eat capsaicin, so I'm not putting it in the main salad. Okay, there's that. And then lastly, onions are nice and drained now, so I'm going to go ahead and get them tossed into here. I might have picked a bowl that's too small. There we go. I'm going to put some lemon juice in here, but I also want some sliced lemon. So I'm going to take half of this lemon that way, and then I'm going to slice it that way. It's actually kind of vacant inside. I'm going to put my little strainer, little fine mesh strainer, and then I'm going to squeeze my lemon right into there. Alright, and then I also want just some lemon, some garnished lemon. So I'm gonna peel this somewhat. I want to get up a little bit closer up for this part. There we go. So there's lots of ways to skin a lemon. I'm doing it this way so I can see what I'm doing, seeing where the flesh is. And then I'm going to peel this. If you're doing a whole lemon, it's a little bit less tricky, but or I don't know, maybe it's less tricky with a half a lemon because you can really see what you're doing. Getting the pith off of there. There are some pits in here. Get some of those out. Yep, and then you could cut it off the pith the way people do. I'm just going to slice it in half and then slice it thin. Here's another pit. And that's just going to go right in there. We love lemon. Hey, buddy, you want a slice of lemon?
Yay!
Here you go.
This is not the slice of lemon I wanted.
That's not the slice of lemon you wanted. Okay, well, it's the slice of lemon you got.
You ate all of them, Mama?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All
I want
right.
some.
Here, there's a piece. This piece. That acid, ooh, on my dry skin. Yeah, so there's that, and then we're gonna put in some olive oil. But first, I'm gonna add my salts.
Did the lemon didn't taste good, Mama?
The lemon tastes beautiful, but it hurts my skin. Some salt, some black pepper. And I put these on before I put the olive oil on, so the olive oil will carry them through the rest of the bowl. And then, I'm really unsure how Greek this is, but it sure is yummy. So these are some capers. Capers, deliciousness. A lot of people like to rinse them. I do not, because I like the strong flavor. So I'm going to use the back of my spoon because it's a narrow jar, and I'm probably going to get most of this jar in there because I love capers. That's going to be a nice salty. This is not a recipe for people that are having high blood pressure. This is a salty recipe. You could certainly do it without the salt, and it would be delicious. And so then some olive oil. Here we go. About 3 tablespoons of olive oil. There we go. Deliciousness. So there's a Greek salad, a village salad with no lettuce that I always used to enjoy at the Parthenon and other Greek places. They call it different things in different places. Somebody who's Greek can correct me, give me some pointers. You know who you are. The Greek, obviously. We all know who we are. What kind of statement was that? There we go, and we're going to enjoy this for dinner. Thank you so much. I hope we made some cooking nutrition connections for you. I hope I did. Sometimes I say we because I'm with my 2 living children here 24/7. I heard today a report on 1A that they were talking about childcare during COVID and going back and what we're going to need to do and all this stuff. And one of the speakers on the radio show said, 1A, I love the radio show. Y'all should check it out. They said no one should be with children without a break, for children for 12 hours straight without a break. I'm like, I am with children 24/7. I did have a break last night. Thank you so much to my dear friend who watched them for me, and I went out and had some grown-up time, which was awesome and fun. I really enjoyed that. But I thought there was a 8-year-old behind me. Sometimes it's the truth. Sometimes there's a 4-year-old hanging off my neck, as you may have witnessed in the show before. But anyway, a Greek dinner, great. We have the avogo lemino soup, and we have the fresh village salad. I don't have any Greek olives. I don't have any kalamatas. So I don't have any olives in there. Also, I'd love to put anchovies in here. I'm out of anchovies. Sometime I'll get myself some anchovies, and then I'll have them next time. But for right now, this is what I have. You know, COVID cooking has definitely been a thing where I use what I have. I come up with recipes or things to make for the kids based on what's in the pantry and what can I get from the store and who's going to the store for me. You know, things are easing up, but we need to be out there in our masks, washing our hands, really maintaining the new habits that we've learned, that we have this really strong virus that has killed so many people in this country, and it's awful. So my thoughts and prayers, my love goes out to everyone who's lost somebody in this country and around the world to COVID and to other hardships, diseases specifically, because other types of things are even worse and unspeakable, but not unspeakable because we need to speak about them. I blabber on. Have a great night or a great day whenever you're watching this. Thanks so much. Love to you. Mwah. Bye.